Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday night, June the 5th. I'm Chris Allen, and this is your 270 weather for the 270 area code and beyond. I want to read you a a little email. When people get up to speak, they're clearing their throat and all that. I'm actually clearing my throat because I need. Can you hear? Okay, I think it's working now. Anyway, this email says, "Hello, I live in Bowling Green. You weather station, you weather station overly exaggerated its threat of severe weather storm today and in the past. You consistently throw out words like possibly, chance, maybe, predicting. Yet you're always wrong. No, they left the S off of always. Yet you're always wrong. Use NOAA for your accurate information or stop broadcast false information." Lordy, lordy, lordy. Now, let me tell you, for over 30 or 35, yeah, for over 35 years, I've dealt with every kind of person you can think of. Get off my TV. I don't care if there's a tornado coming. It ain't coming for me, so get off my TV. And then you get people like this who are, you're just the biggest liar, the highest paid liar in town. And I'm like, no, you're wrong. I'm not the highest paid. Are you really a meteorologist? No, I never said that I was one. I'm a TV weatherman or just a broadcast weatherman. I don't have a degree hanging on my wall anywhere. I have some people that, even around here, are like, don't pay any attention to Chris Allen. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not credible. He's not reliable. He's not trustworthy. That's up to you guys. But I just find it funny that there are still people that just do not get it. They don't understand that really, whether you can make it as complicated as you want or as simple as you want. I prefer the simple way. Break it down so people can understand it clearly every time we talk about it. It should not be this big, complicated, scientific $5 words all over the place. If you and I challenge anyone out there, if you think you can predict the weather and get it right 100% of the time, every single day, I'll stop doing this. It's just, oh boy. Oh boy. I just giggle now. I giggle when I see stuff like this because people seriously, it's like just because severe weather threat did not develop, they should be going, praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. It it moved away or it didn't develop. Thank you, Lord. Maybe there were enough people praying that it would go away. Have you thought about that? Probably not. They probably don't believe such things can happen, like you can pray it away. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can. Hedge of protection all around you. Yeah, boy. All right. That's my pedestal for tonight. Oh, lordy. Okay. Let's look outside and see what's going on. It is 7:24 on this Thursday evening, June 5th, and here's a look at the Plano cam live. And you can see that we have some scattered clouds. A little bit of sun broke through this afternoon. We did not get shower activity. Now, there's some I'm going to show you on the radar, but it's not around here. It just, the air near the ground is just too dry. So the moisture that's been hanging back to the west of us is still there, but it's not moving here until probably tomorrow. So this is the picture you're going to see for a little bit longer. And I think most of tonight will be dry. Tomorrow, though, I do think we're going to begin to really see the rain chances go up, some storm chances as well, and maybe some severe weather. But again, we're talking about severe weather, but it may not happen. It may not happen. Those of you that know how to pray, pray it away. But don't get into the, oh, here I go. Don't believe that there's a Bowling Green bubble. There is not one. Don't think the bubble is going to protect you. Please do not believe that. Today's high, 84, and that's exactly at normal. Normal high temperature is 84. The low is 70, and there you see, no precipitation today. None. But radar is indicating that we do have some shower activity off to the north and west of us. There you see it up almost to McLean County in Calhoun. It's just a little shower and thunderstorm, nothing too serious. But as you can see, that's the only shower out there, and it's moving off to the south and east. If it holds together, it may get to Bowling Green, but it might not hold together. Here's a look at the Kentucky Mesonet Network. We checked some temperatures here at 7:26 p.m. Central Time, and we're still in the upper 70s to low 80s. We did not hit any kind of record or anything big today. Maximum air temperature, the warmest again. This keeps happening. It amazes me because this is usually the spot that is the chilliest or the coldest, especially in the wintertime, and that's down in Burkesville, right on the Cumberland River. 89 was your high temperature today. Everybody else made it into the low to mid 80s for a high temperature. Winds are coming out of the south and a little southeast at 5 to maybe up to 10 miles per hour. Was there any rain anywhere? Yeah, Western Kentucky. Look, all of us, this is where the dry air sits away from the front, which has stalled back here into parts of Western Kentucky and along the Mississippi and Ohio rivers. So the rains today hit Western Kentucky. There was an eighth of an inch of rain in Hopkinsville. Then you start to see a quarter inch, 3/10, 7/10, 6/10, so forth and so on. But look back here to Ballard County. Almost 1.5 inches of rain. Some of that came this morning. Some of it was added this afternoon. And then you go all the way down into Fulton County, right on the Mississippi River in Hickman, Kentucky. There's 1.5 inches plus. So that's where the heavy rains went today. Not here in the immediate Southern Kentucky 270 area. But I think that will change starting tomorrow. Moisture in the air, yep, there's plenty of it, but it's not being tapped into as of a cold front or a boundary or anything like that. That's why we are just still sitting here without rain. there is a layer of warm air on top of us, and that keeps those thunderstorms from even getting together and forming. So as long as that lid is on the atmosphere, yeah, it traps the moisture under a big dome of high pressure. It traps the moisture and just locks it in, but it prevents thunderstorms and that rising motion to form showers and thunderstorms. But I think that cap, that lid is going to be broken tomorrow because that very slow moving stalled front in western Kentucky is going to ease its way eastward. And then that's when our rain chances will likely go up. Let's take a look at the severe weather threat. And of course, we can get rid of this. This didn't happen today. Like the person who sent me the email. Y'all liars. Y'all say it's going to do something. It ain't done nothing. Y'all just lying. Lying all over the place. Weather people. Get off my TV. Get off my lawn. Oh, God love you. And he does anyway. And so do I. Here's tomorrow. Here's tomorrow's severe weather threat. Yep. Still a level 2. Now, could it not happen? It, it's a possibility. Any one of these scenarios might not happen. I just got through talking about what the last week or so, the tornado that hit Washington County, right up in here, central Kentucky. There was no risk area at all painted in there, but a tornado happened. Well, just the opposite can happen. You can have all kinds. I've seen it before where we've had level 1, 2, 3, 4, even a 5. I remember years ago there was a level 5 high risk for severe weather over our area. It did absolutely nothing, not even a shower. It was just one of those, well, everything looked like it was going to happen, but then it fell apart. It just didn't materialize. It could happen. But I'm telling you, I would not be doing the job that I need to be doing to help you prepare if I did not say, look at this. This is a risk area. When you take a risk, what are you doing? You're using faith. Are you going to prepare for the possibility that this might happen? Or are you going to blow it off like the person who sent me the email? Y'all liars. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. All these words you use never happens. Oh, I could list a whole bunch of dates when it has happened. Anyway, okay, I'll stop. I'll get off the salt box. But anyway, level 2 slight risk tomorrow. Pretty much the entire state of Kentucky. So let's break down the threats. Here we go with the tornado threat. Now, as you know, any kind of color painted in on the map, weather does not pay attention to straight lines or county lines or state lines or any of that, any line. So this is just a general area outlined by the Storm Prediction Center where they see possibly the best setup for maybe a tornado. But it's on the low end of the scale, as you see down in the bottom corner to your right, the green indicating 2 to 4% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of where you live. So if you live in Bowling Green, 25 miles away from Bowling Green would be, and Warren County is pretty big. What is it, like 90 square miles? Something like that. So you could go out to pretty much all of Warren County, maybe a little bit of Butler, Edmondson, Barron, Allen, Simpson, Logan. That would be your 25-mile circle. So what this is saying is within the circle in which you live, within a 25-mile radius of where you live, there is a 2 to 4% chance of getting a tornado tomorrow. But that's if only conditions come together, all the ingredients come together and make it happen. But you know what? Most of the time, it doesn't happen. I think the rate is like, out of all the tornado predictions, it's a very small number of the severe storms that form tornadoes, like 5 to 10%. Even though we hear a lot about tornadoes and we hear a lot about these things, it's really a relatively low number. It's just this year, it has been a little higher than normal as far as tornadoes. Yeah. Here is the damaging wind threat, and something like damaging straight line winds is actually more in line with the kind of severe weather that we're used to around here. And we have a 15 to 29% chance of seeing damaging straight line winds tomorrow if all the ingredients come together and make it happen. And large hail, there is that 5 to 14% chance that we could see large hail. This would all be tomorrow afternoon. Then, as we get into Saturday, the front finally starts to move east. And so we're kind of split. The front will be kind of just splitting Kentucky. So the southern half of the 270 will be in a level 2 risk again. And then north would be in a level 1 marginal risk. This is on Saturday, and especially Saturday morning to about Saturday midday. After that, there are no more risks or threat areas that have been put up by the National Weather Service. All right. Now let's go to the maps, and we can see how all of these systems, or this one system that's been stalled out back here, is going to move through. So here we are right now. Things are quiet. Now this is showing rain. Now, only rain I showed you was back up here, Webster County, McLean County, Crittenden, Union County. They have some showers right now, but look how close to the front they are. We are way down here. So there has been a lot of dry air near the surface, near where we are. And that high pressure center that you see out in McCreary County, sitting over the Cumberland Plateau, that is what's blocking the front from moving east. And it's what's keeping us dry right now. But it's not gonna always keep us dry. Things begin to move a little bit more as we get into Friday. There's your front, a little bit of shower activity, maybe some patchy fog in a few areas early tomorrow morning. Then, as we progress through the day on Friday, I'm looking at better coverage of rain because the high pressure center, that ridge, begins to break down and it moves east. That's going to allow a little bit more moisture laden air to saturate the columns from top to bottom. Right now, all the moisture is up top. There's nothing at the bottom. But tomorrow, it's all going to come down to the bottom, from top to bottom. And that's when we start to really see the rain chances take off. Here is 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Notice here is this front begins to flatten out a bit. Out ahead of it, if there's enough daytime heating, places like eastern Tennessee, Knoxville, Tri-Cities area, in a red zone for possible severe weather. We are too, but it's not painted in. But you saw the level 2 slight risk, which is for tomorrow. And that's because of this trough that is extending way down past Kentucky, and it's starting to flatten out. Okay. As that happens, it also starts to slow down. So here we go into Friday night, rain and thunderstorms. The frontal boundary retreats a little bit to the north and stays still for the most part. Then, as I mentioned, on Saturday, it starts to make some movement, and we see another round showers and thunderstorms Saturday morning, especially. Here's Saturday night, good coverage of rain and thunderstorms. Here's our system beginning to dry out and push all the heavy rain out of the way. This is where we could pick up 1 to 2 inches between Friday and, say, early Sunday morning. Here's Monday, scattered showers. This is not going to be for everybody. Tuesday, same thing, different day. Cold front to the east, finally, but still a few showers left over. Wednesday, we finally start to dry out. Everybody does. High pressure you can see building in out of Missouri. So that's Wednesday next week. Here's Thursday with some Gulf moisture that's going to head north and maybe touch off a few showers. All right. Now, here is a look at the rainfall amounts projected over the next 5 to 7 days. Remember yesterday, if you watched me yesterday, I said, look, they've backed off the rain chances a little bit with this map and went to an inch, inch and a quarter, maybe an inch and a half. Well, look what's happened today. Look right there. We're back into the deep purple. Na, 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 na. Smoke on the water. Deep purple. And that indicates 1.75 to 2 inches of rain here in the southern half of the 270 and the 606. Heavier rain down into parts of middle Tennessee, which could approach 3 inches. So some of you could get some pretty hefty rainfall this weekend. So keep that in mind. Now let's go to the blender, see what's up with that. Temperatures running seasonable norms here. Anywhere from 82, 83, 84, pretty much where we should be this time of the year. And then I see mid to upper 80s as we get into next weekend. But I don't see any cold or cooler days, and I don't see anything really hot. It's kind of exactly where it should be here at the beginning of June. All right. Here's a look at your 7-day graphic, and 85 tomorrow. And by the way, today the 400-mile yard sale did start. I actually I should have brought it in here. I bought me a boom box it's a 1983 Sanyo, big old boom box that you can put on your shoulder. There's pictures of it on social media, and it works, and it's in mint condition. 1983 Sanyo boombox. It anyway. I saw it today. I thought I'm going to go out for a little bit, go up 68. I was heading up past Smiths Grove in that area. I went into this place where they normally set up right there at the Hayes community, right on the Warren Barron County line. A lot of you know the place. There's a guy that sets up right there every year, and he has different vendors come in, and I found that. I'm like, I'm in heaven. Love those things. Old electronics, man. Love it. Anyway, the 400-mile yard sale continues tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, and so does Duncan Hines Days. We're not done with Duncan Hines Days yet. So 85 tomorrow, 82 Saturday, 83 Sunday. Rain chances will go down day by day. But then we keep some rain chances in the forecast even into the beginning and middle of next week, with highs in the low to mid 80s, lows in the mid 60s for the most part. I know it's a rainy pattern. It's a pattern we've been in all spring, it feels like, even part of the winter, because we had the February floods, then we had the April floods, then we had the May severe weather, and now we're in June. It's just been an anomaly, but it'll soon shake itself off, and everything will correct, um, and we'll get back to the typical stuff. We will. When? I don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen, but we will. All right. Um, thanks for all your great opinions over here in the chat box. I would start going through some of these, but it would take a while because there's a bunch of them. But thank you all. I do thank you for watching 270 Weather and putting your trust in me to deliver that weather. I hope I never ever let you down, but I probably will. At some point, I will let you, or I will disappoint you. I will make an incorrect forecast. Guess what? I'm, I have, I have, well, let's just put it this way. I'm not perfect. If you can find me anyone that can do a perfect forecast each and every day, like I said, I'll quit. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. for News 40 Sunrise. I hope you're enjoying the fact that I am back in the mornings on television, just like I used to be years ago. My days are going much better now, and especially here at home, everything is much better because now I'm working mornings instead of evenings. It's just been a great change. And I hope you're enjoying the changes that we have made, Ashley and I, and the rest of the team at WNKY with the Sunrise Show. And there's more things coming, more good things. We're going to have more fun. The show is just taking on a whole new life, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'll see you then. In the meantime, God bless.